The Rockets on their way to the locker room earlier on, looking to deliver the gift of a big win to the home crowd tonight. The famous We Love Houston sign just off Interstate 10. We're coming to you from the Toyota Center in the biggest city in the Lone Star State. Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Kevin, thanks very much. The Wizards have struggled the last couple of years, so some people were surprised that Bradley Beal signed an extension there. Beal said, "Today, a lot of stars want to team up. No knock, but I'm a firm believer in sticking with what you got. If I win a championship in D.C., that'll hold way more weight than if I just left and tried to get one." Kevin?
Oh, I love that story. David, thank you. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
And now Washington's starting group. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Russell Westbrook out there with Bradley Beal. And it's Avdia in at the three. And for Houston, Harden and Gordon are out on the wings. And it's Wall. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's House in at the power forward. Now here's Beal. Pass to Avdia. And Bryant kicks to Beal. 5 on the clock. Fires the three. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. And it's the Rockets on the break. Wall's running.
Hard not to appreciate the brilliance of Wall. I mean, a super fast, quick player. A guy who runs the offense exceedingly well.
Houston shooting their first free throws of the game. And he makes the first. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his first foul. It's Beal on the wing, guarded by Harden. Puts it up from 17, misses off the left eye.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Here's Wall, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
And just the overall aggressiveness. Wall enjoys taking on a challenge and succeeding, especially when the D is all over.
Now, here's Westbrook. He tries for three. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound.
Well, you know, I did not think I'd ever see a player equal Oscar Robertson's triple-double average for a season, which the Big O did back in '62. Then along came Russell Westbrook. Another level. Did it for 3 straight seasons, making an indelible mark in the history books.
Now, here's Westbrook. Harden missing his last shot. James Harden with the rebound.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
You know, Harden will burn you when you overcommit and leave guys open. He's excellent at sensing when you're out of position.
And last season, Westbrook passing the great Magic Johnson for second all-time in career triple-doubles. Does he catch Oscar Robertson with 181?
I think he does, Greg. I think he's got a chance anyway, I should say that. Just to be in the conversation speaks volumes to all you need to know about Russell Westbrook's greatness.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Making some changes. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Cousins. Christian Wood comes in for Daniel House. And it's Ben McLemore in for John Wall. Now, here is Smith looking to end the run. Harden with the defensive effort. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Lets it fly. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Wizards trail by 10. Smith outside. There's the pass to Bertens. His three-pointers off the mark. Rockets have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to Trump in the first quarter. And the jam by Harden.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Now, here's Brown to the paint. Here's Wagner. And that one, good.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Ooh, man, this thing was turning into a soccer game. A lot of action and not many points.
Here's Wood after the basket by Washington. McLemore, the pass to Gordon. 6 to shoot. Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Smith against Harden. Smith feeling it out a bit. The Rockets pull it in. Harden lets up. And so it's the Houston Rockets up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been very effective in locking down Russell Westbrook. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Naturally a ball-dominant player, James Harden talked to us about others setting him up a little bit more.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal. Of course, playing off the ball is something that I'm comfortable doing. Like I'm able to catch and shoot. I'm able to play off, on the wings.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps them preserve some energy for those big moments in the big games.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
Taking a look at the Wizards. We've got Troy Brown. Lavis Bertans out there with Mo Wagner. And it's Smith. And it's Bonga in at the 3, the small forward. John Wall's checked in for the Rockets.
One shot.
Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
It's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys that were, so Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
Brown wide open, he fires. It's good, the assist that time from Smith.
That's how you pass the pumpkin. I mean, Smith really keeps his head on the swivel to get that ball over to his open teammates.
Releases, and stolen by Wagner. To the inside. Wall with a block, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touch by Brown. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile one block.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
The Rockets making a switch here. House is checked in. Rockets leading by 10. Outside, Wall. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Off with the layup. And you know, we often... Oh, my goodness! What a play!
Boy, that time Russell Westbrook going for the spectacular with a little extra pizzazz.
And here's Tucker. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And Wall kicks to House. Shot clock at 6. Wall attempted. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Wood. Bryant is checked in for the Wizards. Here's Wall. He has 6. The 8-footer, Cousins. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
When Cousins plays with that kind of force, it really puts the defense in a pickle and typically leads to him being fouled.
The Rockets have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah, you know, you go back to when Cousins was drafted, and there were some that questioned his attitude, but lately, I don't think that's the case anymore.
James Harden, he's checked in for McLemore. And so DeMarcus Cousins nails both of them. And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Wizards. It's a 10-point game. Pass to Hachimura. Elbow shot. Rebound by John Wall.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Stolen by Harden. Over to the left wing. Feeds it to Cousins. It's stolen by Hachimura. Here's Westbrook. Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
Using leverage and positioning to his advantage. Hachimura is able to knock the ball away from the opponent.
Now here's Wall. He has 6. And the layup's good off the glass. Wall's got 8.
Just a great hustle play there. Energy and passion. This is what you play the game for.
Outside Westbrook. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. Cousins has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Tucker finds Wall. Back to Tucker. Outside Wall. Houston moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Harden. It's tipped.
And that's a welcome sign for sure. Hachimura demonstrating a willingness to want to improve as a defender.
Ball against Westbrook. Pass to Hachimura. Here's Avdia. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's Houston enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting. They've been dialed in so far from the field. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Bradley. The old saying, no rebounds, no rings. How important is it to continue to have 5 guys go to the glass in the second half?
Yeah, all five guys. I think we're too worried about getting out in transition. So I think 1 through 5, including the guards, we all got to get in there and rebound.
You can't score unless you have the ball, right? Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. It was a fast pace for Houston at the outset. Looking absolutely unstoppable off the tip, they put together a masterful 12-0 run. As the first quarter came to a close, they held a sizable 12-point lead. After a tough, hard-fought second quarter, the lead remained the same, and they still hold the double-digit advantage at the break. What do you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Rockets?
Well, it's a nice, patient offense they're running tonight. They're not forcing shots. They're waiting for the good ones. And as efficient as they've been, no wonder they're in the field.
Kenny, what's your take on Washington so far?
They're not getting to the line or putting enough pressure on the defense. They have to be much more aggressive pushing the basketball, going hard to the rack. Because if you want the refs to make a call, put them in a position to make a judgment call. If you're not creating opportunities for contact, you have no chance of picking up points at the line.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Look at John Wall. What a contribution so far.
As impressive as the block totals are from him early on, they don't even tell the whole story. He's changed countless others.
Yeah, you know, he's been up in the air so often, he's been absolutely a pest on the defensive end.
Harden and Gordon are out on the wing. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Wall, and it's House, and it's the Forsman. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Now here's Beal. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Now here's Avdia, defended by Gordon. Avdia dishes to Westbrook. And not sure what he was thinking there.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Now here's Harden. 6 points for him. Over Beal. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Harden's got 8. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having. Strong move to the chin, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And Houston calls their first timeout of the game.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Christian Wood comes in for Daniel House. And it's Ben McLemore in for John Wall. And there it is for him. He's got 10.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Wizards trail by 16.
And Clark, when you look at the footwork of James Harden, arguably some of the best in the history of this league.
And you know, Greg, he studied the greats. I mean, he loved Ginobili's Euro step and then added it to his own game. Now he's taking that to another level, and he's the one giving out the lesson. But you're right. Got great strength, but the footwork is really outstanding.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
And we continue to see Beal improve as a playmaker. Beautiful pass there.
It's Harden with the drive, and Harden with the stop.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Washington calls timeout.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Mo Wagner's checked in for Rui Hachimura. Troy Brown comes in for Bradley Beal. And Smith subbed in for Russell Westbrook.
Well, you've got to be very aware of Smith's passing off the penetration, which is why lanes open up for him for easy basket, because the defense knows he's looking to pass. That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for Washington. They trail by 16. It's Wagner atop the key. He kicks it to Brown. Wood with the block. Now, here is Harden. Tight defense on him. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Exceptional strength. Harden is so smart at creating opportunities to get to the free throw line.
And it's kind of the running joke when you think of James Harden, often maligned for his lack of effort defensively, but quite honestly, I thought he improved a great deal a season ago.
And you know, Greg, I observed the same thing. His overall commitment was better, and not just steals and blocks either. I'm just talking about his awareness, his commitment to that end of the floor. It was a focal point. If he continues on that track, I think he's going to make an impact at that end as well. You know, what's most impressive about Harden to me is his versatility as a scorer. I mean, he's a remarkable combo guard with great size and strength and very efficient on the offensive end.
Houston making a switch here. Tucker's checked in. And both free throws good for James Harden. Wizards trail by 18. Smith outside. The pass to Wagner. Three-pointer. And it's James Harden with the rebound. Harden's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Seconds left to play here in the third. 5 to shoot to the right side. A nice shot by Tucker. And the Rockets lead by 20.
This is a shot Tucker has in his bag. The defense has to know that.
Smith against Harden. Smith inside. And another miss by Washington.
Defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
And the basket by Gordon.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Rockets ahead as they end the third quarter with a massive 16-6 run. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Now Bertans. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So the Wizards 5 right now. Ryan is out there with Davis Bertans. Then there's Brown. Then it's Avdija. And it's Smith in at the 1 spot.
And in the post, Wall's got a pretty well-developed game for a point guard. He can navigate his way through the big bodies with very few problems.
Stolen. And here comes House, leading the fast break. Harden's shot is good.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly.
Either that, guys, or he wanted the photographers to get a good shot of it.
Wood passes to House. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Greg, as a broadcaster, who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who was my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. In transition, here come the Wizards. Beal gets a wide open look. Trains the three-pointer. Beal's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And it's fun watching Beal take these shots. He's a master at knowing when to catch and fire.
Wall, that's good.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Hits it from 3-point range.
And with a smooth, fluid release, Beal's jumper does wonders for his team's offensive positioning.
Harden dishes to Cousins. The shot, no good. And the Wizards now going the other way. And here we go. Washington fast break. And that one is good from Bradley Beal.
And I'm sorry, but the D's got to know where Beal is at all times, especially when he's leaking out in transition.
Here's Harden. And the jam by Harden.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Houston.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys. And look at the stats, just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for James Harden.
Boy, this game really had his name all over it. I mean, he relished being the guy to carry the load offensively.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Rockets.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
The first free throw is good. Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Bryant hits them both. 1:11 left here in the fourth quarter. Clemens passes to Nwaba. It's intercepted. Here we go, one-on-one. The Wizards with another miss. The Rockets have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. pass to Clemens. Now back to Nwaba. They kick it out to Green. Clock at 6. Puts it up. Here's Clemens. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
And, yes, it's good.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Clemens with the bucket.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Ryan passes to Lopez. Outside Robinson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Washington. Jerome Robinson. Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Robinson hits them both. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks with John Wall. John, it sure looks like the chemistry is coming together. What is the bond like with your teammates?
We enjoy playing with each other. We have great chemistry. We all work hard, and we know how much we mean to each other, how much we work every day, and we're just trying to keep getting better each game.
Well, the work is paying off, John. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.